One Radio Network. After an emotional week, the Bills beat the Patriots by 12 on the strength of 2 Nyheim Hines kickoff return touchdowns. The Patriots' loss opened the door for the Dolphins, who clinched the final playoff spot in the AFC with an 11-6 win over the Jets. Buffalo will host Miami next weekend in Super Wild Card Weekend. The Bengals topped the Ravens 27-16, setting up a wild card rematch between those two in the Queen City. In the NFC, the Seahawks topped the Rams in overtime and got the help they needed from the Lions by virtue of a 20-16 Detroit win over the Packers. Seattle gets the 7th seed. They will head to San Francisco. The Eagles clinched the NFC East and a first-round bye with a win over the Giants. The Texans upset the Colts by 1, but fire head coach Lovie Smith after just 1 season. The Texans' win, combined with the Bears' loss to the Vikings, gives Chicago the #1 overall pick in the draft. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
At Staples, you can count on every project being print perfect, guaranteed.
I need presentations and brochures printed, and they have to be perfect.
Your bounded presentations, brochures with the finest folds, and more will be done right every time. That's our Print Big promise. Now at Staples, get $10 off your document printing and marketing materials order of $50 or more, plus 20% back by a store bonus. Try Staples and see the difference. Ends 2/11. Rewards members only. Bonus must be redeemed in store. See staples.com/stores/printbig for details.
Getting your guaranteed maximum refund with TaxSlayer feels like saddling up and chasing down.
Look at that sweet moolah!
That big old cash cow.
Look at all that money!
File for free with TaxSlayer Simply Free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
And we are the Imperial Valleys, AM 1230, KXO, El Centro, California. Good day, sunshine. Another beautiful day in the neighborhood. It is a Monday, 9th day of January, 2023. Yeah, easy to keep score so far. Well, let's see. Looking back in history on this date in 1793, Jean-Pierre Blanchard completed the first successful balloon flight in the United States. Yeah, well, now, flying in a balloon may seem like an antiquated way to fly, but currently it's far more reliable than Southwest Airlines. Gene, you've flown in a balloon, haven't you?
I have.
Yeah. Unique feeling, right?
Very much so. You really little to no feeling at all.
Yes. You just kind of float, and it's very quiet until they ignite the burners.
Yes. And then it's loud, but that only lasts for a couple of seconds.
Yes. Let's see. You had a good weekend, I trust?
Yeah, had a good weekend. You?
Yeah, it was the first weekend in at least a month that I was able to get some work done around the house. So, yeah, it was kind of busy, and today it's Bengay and ibuprofen to, kind of loosen up the muscles that I was using.
Bengay and ibuprofen day.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh well. Let's see. Oh, the TSA has released its top 10 most unusual catches at airport security during checkpoints in 2022.
I can hardly wait to hear these.
Okay. The list includes a handgun stuffed in raw chicken. Okay. Gun parts hidden in jars of peanut butter.
Yeah?
Yeah, and a cattle prod hidden inside a guitar case.
Most unusual. That
I suppose.
Cattle prod in a guitar case, yes.
Yeah, and you heard TSA found a boa constrictor in someone's baggage, and she claimed, well, that's my support animal.
Yeah, my comfort reptile.
Yes. You ready for birthdays?
Ready.
Actor Kay Callan is 87. Joan Baez, 82. Guitarist Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin, 79. Actor John Doman, 78. Crystal Gale, 72. J.K. Simmons is 68. Actor Imelda Staunton of the Harry Potter movies, 67. 58. Actor David Costabile, 56. Singer Dave Matthews of the Dave Matthews Band, 56. Actor Joey Lauren Adams is 55. Actor Dion Cole, 52. Actor Angela Bettis is 50. Actor Omari Hardwick, 49. Singer A.J. McLean of the Backstreet Boys, 45. Other birthdays today include actor Nina Dobrev, 34. Actor Karis Dorsey is 25. Actor Tyree Brown is 19. Local birthdays coming up.
Not just at Christmas, not just when it's convenient, not just when you remember. All year long, Imperial Valley Food Bank is feeding the hungry because hunger is a year-round problem. Help the Imperial Valley Food Bank be the solution. Visit ivfoodbank.org. Be part of the solution.
Let's celebrate today's birthdays. Happy birthday, Julie Montano, Melanie Pena, Joe Encinas, Jasmine Perez, Melanie Pena, Andrew Navarro, Richard Fitzsimmons, Nora Arvizu, Lupe Soto, Lance Thomas, Ariana Diaz, Julianne Dyson, Vicky Uri, Carol Kelton, Lilia Madrigal, Tony De La Paz, Isaac Hurtado, Elizabeth Garibaldi, Lisa Zavala, Frankie Weil, R.J. Vargas, Fred Fong, Michael Solario, and Abigail Brianna Cronister. Happy birthday from KXO. Okay, and by the way, Billy Ray Cyrus has revealed he's now engaged to the, I quote here, the love of his life. So our congratulations go out to Billy Ray Cyrus and Billy Ray Cyrus. Trying to make the mullet popular again, Gene.
Well, you got to give him credit. He
Yes.
just keeps on trying.
Yeah, and he's hung around.
Ever and ever and ever.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he has done since Achy Breaky Heart, other than push daughter Miley on us.
Mm-hmm.
So.
No, but I tell you what, he laughs all the way to the bank.
Exactly. Okay. We've got news. Are you ready?
Got news coming up.
We're going to jump in with a look at World and California news headlines right now, brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal, your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News Brief. Breaking good news on climate. A just-released report from the UN finds the Earth's ozone layer is recovering, with harmful airborne chemicals declining for the first time ever. The ozone's the region of the atmosphere that absorbs harmful UV rays and prevents them from reaching the Earth's surface. Northern Californians bracing for another round of dangerous storms. This woman says she'll heed the governor's advice and stay home.
If you see that evacuation warning, don't take it lightly. Honestly, make sure you are prepared, and just when it's time to go, go. Don't second guess anything.
President Biden's issued an emergency declaration for the state. A trial gets underway today in a rape case that's attracted national attention. CBS's Jim Crisula reports.
27-year-old Gerson Fuentes, a Guatemalan national, is accused of raping and impregnating a 9-year-old girl in Columbus, Ohio, who then went to Indiana for an abortion last summer.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. Millions across the state again bracing for a fifth atmospheric river today. The storm began yesterday in some areas and picked up overnight. Downpours expected all over, along with more flooding, high winds, and snow. Governor Gavin Newsom asking President Biden to declare a federal emergency.
We will be reaching out formally under the Stafford Act, requesting of the White House approval through FEMA Region 9 of an emergency declaration.
Residents around the state urged to be prepared. This man in Sacramento building sandbag walls walls.
I'm just going to sandbag my back porch so, it doesn't come close to my sliding glass door.
San Jose on alert for possibly the worst flooding in years. The National Weather Service warning the Guadalupe River at the Almaden Expressway will likely top minor flooding levels this morning at almost 10 feet. Sonoma County bracing for what could be flooding disasters along the Russian River. Nearly 125,000 people waking up in the dark across the state. Most of the power outages in the northern part of the state. PG&E crews out working. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair, for replacement, call the experts. Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
This winter, spread joy, not germs. As soon as you feel symptoms, test it, treat it, you can beat it. COVID medications like the Paxlovid pill can help you test negative sooner. Call a healthcare provider or the statewide COVID hotline at 833-422-4255 to find free treatment today. Again, that's 833-422-4255. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can find options that fit your budget, because giving you options is the right thing to do.
Oh yeah, like when I hold the door for someone. Sure, it may be weird if I don't time it right, and they're a little too far away, and now they're running. And we're both asking ourselves, is it worth it to run instead of just, letting them open their own door?
But still, it's the right thing to do. So get options based on your needs with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
It's page one of the local news. Page one, a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations to serve you. At the Imperial Valley Mall, in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at El Centro Motors.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Monday morning, a traffic accident early Sunday morning involving donkeys in the roadway. According to the California Highway Patrol, the accident occurred at about 6:10 a.m. Sunday on Highway 78 near Milpitas Wash. The driver was northbound on the highway when he hit 3, not 1, but 3 donkeys that were on the highway. The driver was not injured, but the donkeys were not so fortunate. The roadway was partially blocked for a short time. Well, a woman was arrested after her SUV got stuck on railroad tracks at about 11:45 p.m. Friday. El Centro police received a report of an SUV speeding through downtown streets. Just minutes later, there was a report that the vehicle was stuck on the railroad tracks in the area of 3rd and State Streets. Union Pacific Railroad was notified, and they were able to stop the train traffic in the area. The driver, a 23-year-old woman, was cited and released for driving under the influence. The vehicle was impounded. KXO News Time coming up to 7:42.
How about the next time you need service on your car? We come to you. Hi, this is Mike Allison for Real Central Motors and Quick Lane. Our mobile service vans are an extension of our dealership service lane. We will come to you for an oil change, filters, brakes, batteries, tire rotation, and so much more. Hey, while your car is just sitting there at work, we'll take care of your service needs, and it doesn't cost any extra. Schedule your appointment now at elcentralmotors.net. El Centro Motors Mobile Service Vans. What a great idea.
Continuing with more local news, the Imperial Valley Housing Authority has been awarded vouchers to assist veterans. The IVHA was awarded HUD Veterans Affairs Supportive Housing Vouchers. This is the first time that IVHA has received this type of voucher. According to the Imperial Valley Housing Authority Executive Director Kurt Mann, the $53,854 total vouchers will help 10 veteran families. The local authority is one of 99 public housing authorities that received this award. The IVHA partnered with the Veteran Administration San Diego Healthcare System to apply for the vouchers. The IVHA was also awarded 30 additional mainstream vouchers to provide affordable housing to support community living for non-elderly people with disabilities. The Imperial Valley Housing Authority was one of 98 housing authorities out of the 3,300 public housing authorities nationwide that received the Main Street vouchers. Well, the IID board will have their first meeting of the year. The meeting will be held tomorrow. It'll be a big difference than last year. For one reason, there is no morning session. The Imperial Irrigation District Board of Directors will convene directly into public session at 1 in the afternoon. Reports and closed session will be at the end of the meeting. The board opens the meeting with an invocation, approval of the agenda, and public comment. They will be asked to take action on the consent agenda before turning to the action agenda. On the action agenda, the board will be asked to take action on a request change the regular meeting date for July. They will also consider approving the 2021 On-Farm Efficiency Conservation Program final payment rate and revised agreement. Information items follow the action agenda. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, 3 locations to serve you, and of course they come to where you are with their mobile service vans. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. The Peanut Patch, it's a great place to spend a day. Well, at least an hour. The Peanut Patch, with a great variety of neat things. The Peanut Patch, open Monday through Saturdays, 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. Yuma time. And the Peanut Patch offers free tours every Tuesday and Friday at 10 a.m. Yuma time. The Peanut Patch, they make their own fresh English toffee. Pecan turtles that are to die for. How about yogurt-covered peanuts, raisins, and almonds? Chocolate-covered raisins. It's the Peanut Patch in Yuma. Now, how do you get to the Peanut Patch? I would suggest you Google the Peanut Patch. You'll see thepeanutpatch.com. Get directions. Visit with Donna and Pat, owners of the Peanut Patch in Yuma. And don't forget free tours on Tuesdays and Fridays. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. Page 2 of the local news and weather brought to you by the Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation. It's all here.
Taking a look at the latest in local news, a 2000 Honda Civic was stolen in El Centro. The theft occurred sometime Saturday morning in the 200 block of East State Street. The Honda is white in color with damage to the front right side of the hood. Security cameras showed the car in the area of Dogwood and Hamilton. Police are reviewing video footage from cameras in the neighborhood of the theft. A former pastor of Imperial Valley Ministries has been sentenced to 6 months in prison and 6 months of home confinement. Victor Gonzalez had pled guilty to federal charges of conspiracy to commit benefits fraud committed as part of the Imperial Valley Ministries drug rehabilitation program. Participants were required to raise money for the church. According to federal prosecutors, Gonzalez and other defendants associated with the church took participants' welfare benefit funds. Gonzalez's wife, Susan, also pled guilty to the charges. She was sentenced to time served. Additional charges against the pair were dismissed with the guilty pleas. And the border gap to be closed. Work to close gaps in the border barrier near Yuma. That'll begin next week. Border Patrol is scheduled to begin construction to close the gaps near Morelos Dam. There are 4 gaps located within a former Department of Defense border barrier project along the Colorado River near Morelos Dam. The gap closure will tie into already existing infrastructure in the area. Most recently, the state of Arizona set up a cargo container area to fill in the spaces before being ordered to remove the temporary barriers. According to the Border Patrol, due to the proximity of the Morelos Dam and the swift-moving Colorado River, this area presents safety and life hazard risk for migrants trying to illegally cross into the United States. And finally, the Holtville Boosters and Hot Rods and Beer are bringing back a rib cook-off event to Holtville. This not-for-profit event will help the Holtville High baseball team support the Booster Club. The Rib Cook-Off will be held on Saturday, September the 14th from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. Teams will be cooking for a new Traeger grill from Holtville's Ace Hardware, trophies and prize money, and live and local bands throughout the day. The tickets are available the day of the event for ribs and sides, so come hungry. Sponsors include Casablanca Venue, the Holtville Ace Hardware, 3 Green Collective, Power 98 Radio, Alfred Distributing, and Hot Rods and Beer. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
Imperial Valley Business Resource Center is a one-stop shop for business development. We provide a complete roadmap to success for startups, entrepreneurs, and small to medium-sized businesses. Our in-house services include startup assistance, workforce development, manufacturing assistance, site selection, access to capital, accounting, cash flow management, permitting assistance, government contracting, international trade, incentive analysis, and more. Contact IVBRC today at 760-353-8332 or visit ivbrc.org to get started.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
According to the National Weather Service, another dry and warm day today before a transition in the weather pattern results in cloudy skies and increased rain chances for Tuesday. Cooler conditions on Wednesday will precede a warming trend back to above normal by the weekend. Another weather system over the weekend likely to hit the region. 70 our high yesterday, 48 the overnight low. Mostly sunny today with a high near 72. Southeast wind about 5 miles an hour. Increasing clouds tonight with a low around 51. South wind about 5 miles an hour. Tomorrow, cloudy through mid-morning, then becoming mostly sunny. Look for a high near 75. South wind 5 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. There is a 30% chance of showers after 10 a.m. tomorrow. 50 degrees, 62% relative humidity. Wind out of the east-southeast 3 to 5 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news, the service of the Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation. It's all here.
Tax season's greetings from your friends at H&R Block. Whether you choose to file virtually, in person, or via drop-off, let's make it a season worth celebrating. File your way with H&R Block and get upfront, transparent pricing, expert help at every step, and a max refund guarantee that means you'll ring in the season by getting every dollar you deserve. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund. Limitations apply. See hrblock.com/guarantees.
With or without the office visit, your locally owned and operated H&R Block will get you maximum refund. Every dollar counts. H&R Block in Brawley, Calexico, and 2 locations in El Centro, or call for an appointment, 760-344-6081. That's 344-6081.
And it's sports time. Sports time brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Okay, the playoffs are set. Yeah, NFL playoffs. Are you ready? It'll be Saturday, doubleheader. Seahawks and the 49ers. That game gets underway at 1 o'clock. The Chargers and the Jaguars will follow that. We've got both games on AM 1230. Sunday, a tripleheader. The Dolphins and the Bills. Our coverage starts at 9:30 a.m. The Giants and the Vikings will follow, and then the Ravens and the Bengals. Oh, and on Monday night, NFL wildcard round, the Cowboys and the Buccaneers. We've got game. Well, the Houston Texans fired coach Lovie Smith last night, hours after the team finished 3-13-1 in his first season. Aaron Rodgers says, well, I'm going to contemplate my future after the emotions of this season have passed. And the Cleveland Browns fired defensive coordinator Joe Woods this morning following consecutive losing seasons. The Browns finished with a 7-10 record, capped by yesterday's loss to the Steelers. And, there is football tonight. Yeah, football tonight. It'll be the national championship, TCU and Georgia. Yeah, that's tonight.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
And NBA action, 76ers beat up on the Pistons 123-111. Raptors rolled over the Trailblazers 117-105. Pacers got by the Hornets 116-111. Nets nipped the Heat 102-101. Grizzlies jumped on the Jazz 123-118. Timberwolves topped the Rockets 104-96. Thunder over the Mavericks 120-109. Cavaliers clobbered the Suns 112-98. Hawks beat the Clippers 112-108. That's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers.
Ready to level up your recycling skills? Make sure to avoid food and liquid spills. Shake out all recycling before placing it in the recycling bin. This helps keep your recycling clean and out of landfills. Shake it out before you take it out. More tips at iRecycleSmart.com. Do your part. Recycle smart.
I do my part. I recycle smart. I do my part. I recycle smart.
And it's financial news, a brief look at the weather, all brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. They also offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil in El Centro. Goldman Sachs will lay off up to 3,200 workers this week. The financial giant said an uncertain economic and market climate pushes the bank to hunt for cost savings, according to a person familiar with the matter. More than a third of the job cuts are expected to be from the firm's trading and banking units. Like its Wall Street rivals, Goldman Sachs has been hit by a slump in global deal-making activity as fewer companies are merging or seeking to raise capital. And workers at a Chinese factory making COVID-19 tests clashed with police over the weekend after their managers apparently told them to go on vacation early, a move that effectively terminated their employment without notice. Online footage showed workers protesting at a facility belonging to Zybio, a Chinese pharmaceutical company in the megacity of Chongqing in the country's southwest. And starting now, the operator is going off the hook for millions of customers. Yes, AT&T customers with digital landlines won't be able to dial 411 or 0 to reach an operator or get directory assistance. AT&T in 2021 ended operator services for wireless callers, although customers with home phone landlines can still access operators and directory help. Verizon, T-Mobile, and other major carriers still offer these services for a fee. It's green on the big board. The Dow up 249 points, S&P 500 up 48, and the NASDAQ up 202 points. Gold up $8 an ounce, oil up $1.70 a barrel.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
We will have mostly sunny skies today with a high near 72, southeast wind about 5 miles an hour. Increasing clouds tonight with a low around 51, south wind about 5 miles an hour. Tomorrow, cloudy through mid-morning, then mostly sunny with a high near 75. South wind 5 to 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 20 miles an hour. There is a 30% chance of showers after 10 a.m. 51 degrees, 61% our relative humidity, wind out of the east-southeast at 325 miles an hour. And a reminder, Forester Road closed from Carter to Keystone till 4 o'clock today. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services. Southwest Security also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
They have great weekday specials.
I like the friendly environment, the friendly staff, the cold beer, and the best weeks in town.
Burgers and Beer. What I like about Burgers and Beer, the menu. Everything on the menu is great. I'm working my way through the menu. My favorite thing right now is the grilled tuna chipotle sandwich. That's what I had yesterday, and it was delicious.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
We are AM 1230 KXO, El Centro, California.
News on the hour, presented by Liberty Mutual.
And the U.S. Supreme Court has just turned aside an effort by some Republicans to revive a former Trump policy that barred some immigrants who were likely to need government benefits from gaining lawful permanent residency. The CBS's Weijia Jiang is in Mexico, scene of a summit that will focus much of its attention on the problems at the border.
President Biden came here after spending several hours in El Paso, Texas, home to one of the busiest ports of entry. Immigration is sure to come up when the president has a bilateral meeting with his Mexican counterpart later today.
The summit leaders have condemned yesterday's attack on Brazil's democracy. A trial's underway today in Ohio in a rape case that's attracted international attention. CBS's Jim Krasula says it's because of the victim's age and the battle over abortion.
Prosecutors say 27-year-old Gerson Fuentes raped and impregnated a 9-year-old girl in Columbus, Ohio. She was 10 when she went to neighboring Indiana last summer for an abortion. Police say that the Guatemalan national admitted raping the girl at least twice, and that DNA testing confirmed he was the father of her aborted fetus.
Well, some 7,000 nurses at 2 New York City hospitals are on strike over pay and staffing levels.
To know that I'm not going in there to take care of those patients because I have to fight for them. We have been fighting for our patients and for ourselves.
Northern California residents dealing with dangerous weather yet again in the latest round of storms, packing rain, snow, and fierce winds. In some parts of the Sacramento area, evacuation orders have been issued, and residents say people should be listening.
If you see that evacuation warning, don't take it lightly. Honestly, make sure you are prepared, and just when it's time to go, go. Don't second guess anything.
A UN scientific report out today says Earth's protective ozone layer is slowly but noticeably healing, and scientists say the hole over Antarctica could be fully mended in about 43 years. With a new book on the way, Prince Harry talks to 60 Minutes about a lot of things, like his stepmother, Camilla.
The need for her to rehabilitate her image.
That made her dangerous.
That made her dangerous because of the connections that she was forging within the British press.
I'm Vicky Barker in London. Scathing headlines in the British press. Royal biographer Tom Bauer calls Harry disgraceful.
He is out to destroy his family, and he's doing it very successfully.
Indeed, a new YouGov poll shows Harry's popularity has hit a new low, with almost 2/3 of Brits polled viewing him negatively. But Prince William's approval rating has also fallen from 77% to 69%.
And checking Wall Street right now, the Dow is up about 242 points. This is CBS News.
Nobody should have to pay for one-size-fits-all insurance coverage. Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Are you ready? Bonus days are back for pros at Lowe's. You earn points and save when you buy the top pro brands you trust, like DeWalt. Right now, you can save $100 on the powerful DeWalt 8¼ carbide tipped portable table saw. Was $3.99, now just $2.99. Join today and shop bonus days, only at Lowe's. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. Valid through 1/20. Subject to change while supplies last. Visit Lowes.com/MVP's bonus points for details.
Have you ever noticed that when the afternoon light hits your floors, you can see everything, including dust?
So much dust.
And that floor dust gets kicked up into the air, compromising the quality of air you and your family breathe. Swiffer Heavy Duty Sweeper is the fast and easy way to clean your floors, with ultra-thick pads that trap and lock dust before it gets in the air. Just a couple minutes a day,
And dust is gone.
Swiffer Heavy Duty Sweeper. Proud partner of the American Lung Association.
Hollywood bids farewell to a child TV star.
Rich, who played Nicholas Bradford, the youngest child on ABC's 8 is Enough, has died.
Excuse me, but aren't you Merle the Pearl?
Rich was 54 years old. The LA Medical Examiner's Office says the cause is under investigation, but not suspicious. Rich had been open about his struggles with mental health and staying sober. He was arrested on suspicion of burglarizing a pharmacy in 1991, and Dick Van Patten, the actor who played his father on the TV series, bailed him out of jail. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Bernard Kalb, one of the familiar faces and voices here at CBS News in the 1960s and 70s, has died at 100. In the 1980s, Kalb became a State Department spokesman, and he resigned that job later to protest a government disinformation campaign against Libya. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
I always have my music on.
With Carroll Buckley.
I can't go a day without it.